We are live. Now just let me turn the volume down and we should be good, I think. Hello everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I am going to be doing a one-sheet wonder today. Thought we'd make some really lovely but really easy Christmas cards using a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I have some other bits and pieces here. I'm going to bring this up closer to the camera so that you can see it. And there is a delay, so let's just give me a minute here till the camera catches up. It's going to take a second. Here we go. Okay, I think you can see it. We're going to cut a 6-inch strip and cut 2 down to 5 by 6. We're going to do that twice. So that's going to be leaving us with 2 inches left, and we're going to cut this down as well. We're going to do it together, so you can take a screenshot of that if you want, but we're going to do it together. And I also have some different pieces of cardstock here. I've got the colors that I've chosen for today. Let's talk about the colors for today. Is Early Espresso, Poppy Parade, and Pretty Peacock. Those are the colors that I chose, and I took those right out of the DSP. Now I have a stack here that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I have a stack here of the exact same colors that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I have the Greetings of the Season bundle. I just picked one off the shelf. This one has lovely greetings and it has some dies as well. I have half a sheet of basic white, and I have my full sheet of double-sided DSP. So we are going to cut this together. So across the top, we are going to cut it at 5, because you're going to have a strip at 5, another strip at 5, and 2 inches left. Now, to make your life easier, choose a pattern that is no direction, okay? Mine has direction, so we have to make sure that we're cutting in the right direction so that your pictures are going to be going in the right direction. So we are going to go over here to 5 inches. And we are going to slice it. No, we're not. I almost did it wrong. Have to think this for a minute, because yes, we have to turn this. I am going to cut this at 5 inches. I'm going to put that off to the side, so you see my pattern is going sideways. I almost did it wrong. So do as I say, not as I almost did. And there's another 5 inches. Okay? So we got 2 pieces at 5 inches and 1 piece at 2 inches. So we're going to cut this down to 1 inch. Actually, we're going to cut it down to, let me just double check here, 5 inches. We're going to cut this down to 5. And we're going to cut this down to 5. And we're going to have this little 2x2 piece. And now we're going to cut these down to 1. And I'm hoping that these ones are going to be in the right direction. But we'll make them work. I wanted to use this DSP because I haven't used hardly any of it. This is the Sentimental Christmas paper from the mini catalog. All right, so there's our 5s. Now we're going to cut these down to 6. So we will cut those down to 6. All right. Let's take that big boy out of the way. And we're going to bring in our little score pal. I find this one's easier for me. And we're going to put the 6-inch side at the top, and we're going to score it at 2 1/4. Now this is DSP. Don't be too rough on it. And we're going to do that on each of our big pieces. 2 1/4. Now, I'm going to flip this one. Because I don't want my cards all the same, matchy-matchy. I want them to be different. All right. Now, let's fold these over and burnish them. So far, so good. Not difficult. And now this one's going to come this way. And this one's going to come this way. All right, so we have those 4, and then this one. So for right now, I'm just going to set those ones aside, and we are going to work on these. And if you remember, we had 2 piles with 2 different sizes. Well, that's so that we can layer these up and see which we are going to like best. Now that one looks nice with the red pop. So let's put the red in the back and bring in the pretty peacock and see what that looks like. See how easy that's coming together? Now let's put the peacock in the back. And you can do these in just 2 colors. I chose to do 3 just because I wanted to switch it up. I didn't want them all to be the same. All right, let's see what we have left. We have a little one here. Let's do this. No, let's take that out and let's go this way. Oh, that's a big one. Let's try a little one. See what that looks like. Well, that's going to be exactly the same as what we already have. We don't want to do that. Let's go this way. Let's leave the red completely out and go like that. What do you think of those? So far, so good. Yes, we have some leftover pieces, but that's because I cut extras. Okay? So, now all we have to do is we have to take these and glue them together. Simple, simple, simple. And if you don't have DSP that I have, don't sweat it. This will work with any DSP. This does not have to be Christmas cards. These can be birthday cards. These can be just saying hello cards. These can be whatever kind of cards you want. You can use whatever DSP you want. Now, if you love the DSP that I'm using and you don't have it and you want it, I can help you out with that. But you don't have to have what I'm using here tonight. That's the beauty of this. And you can make your cards for whatever occasion you need them for. If you used, let's try the Regal, gorgeous new Regal paper. Hang on a minute and I will get it. It's right here beside me. Just let me get this one card put together. Where is it? Regal, what's it called? Oh, it's blocking. Regal Winter. This paper is gorgeous. It's double-sided. You could use this so easily. Some of them could be Christmas cards with this paper. You do some to be Christmas. You could do some of them to be birthday. Some of them to be anniversary. Like, you could just customize them to what you need. So bookmark this video so that you can go back to it. And at the end of the video, I'm going to recap the sizes. Okay? I will give you the sizes, or you can go to the blog post tomorrow and check it out there. All right. I was going through my cards. A girlfriend of mine, she reworks cards for charity. And she was looking for card donations, like cards you've received or just cards that you don't want anymore. And she'll take them apart and rework them and then donate them, which is fabulous. However, I didn't have any cards that people had given me that I was willing to part with. But I've been doing this for many, many, many years. So you can imagine that I had a ton of cards. And yes, there were some that I was willing to part with. So when I was going through my cards, I found 150 cards that I could donate, that she could just donate to the charity. They were brand new cards. She didn't have to do anything to them. But when I was going through them, I have enough Christmas cards from last year for this year. Imagine that. All right, one more thing to put together. And we will be done. This part of it. So super simple so far, right? No stress whatsoever. All right, now back to this piece of basic white. I am going to fold this in half. Is that an optical illusion? It is. It's just a smidge too big. Let's bring that paper trimmer back in. 5.5. You see, just that smidge. Funny that small amount, my eye caught it. All right. So we're going to bring this one back in. And do you remember these little bits? I have little bits that we can put onto the front of this card. Oh, I hear hubby's home. He took my car to get my winter tires put on for me today. So I hear him coming in the door. If you hear that, that's what you're hearing. All right, I am just picking and choosing what I have here. Now, do you remember we had these left as well? What do you think if we just slid that in there, and then we popped these in here? Like so. What do you think about that one? Or should we flip it? Maybe we should flip it. I'm indecisive. Now, this template for this One Sheet Wonder did not call for this back piece. This is just me adding it. And I'm not liking the brown, to be honest. I'm going to go to the red. So I'm going to cut this one down, because this is the same size as the card. So I'm going to cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. So that we have a little bit of the white card base showing in the background around the outside. All right, so we have that. Now, I have these all mixed up again. That one was a good one. That one was a good one. I'm wondering if I should try 4. No, I can't do 4. So let's just go this way. All right, I'm going to put these, actually I'm going to cut it down one more size. You're saying, what is she doing? This is Stampin' on the Fly. We are going down to 3 3/4 by 5. And I think that is going to fit a little bit better when it comes to putting these pieces on. Now, they're going to be the same size, the same length as this, but as you can see, the spacing is going to be better. All right. So let's do the top and bottom first. I'm just going to add my glue. Make sure that my pieces with direction are going in the right direction. I'm leaving a little space at the bottom. Now we're going to do the same thing at the top. That one looks a little bit... Oh, I guess not. It's just the way the paper looks. So now we're going to put this one at the top, leaving the same spacing as we did at the bottom. And then we're just going to split the difference with this one and use the snowflake side. So... there we are. Now if I can get that into place. There we go. All right. So now we've cut this down, so this is way small, right? We've got room to do another mat. And that one is just a little bit too narrow for my liking. So I'm going to go up to this one. And this one was 3 3/4 by 5. So this one will be 4 by 5 1/4. And that should give us the perfect matte layer to go behind that and make it pop. What do you think of that? Pretty cool? So we are just going to layer these together like so and pop it on our card front. Make sure it's going in the right direction, like so. So we have one horizontal and we have 4 vertical. We have some strips of cardstock still left here. I don't know if we're going to be able to integrate them into any of these cards. And we have 2 strips of DSP. All right. So our next step is we need some greetings on here, right? Well, I've done a little bit of prep work. And I have die cut using the same colors some banners. I've stamped some greetings and cut them out. I have a little piece of Poppy Parade. I have 5 greetings ready to go. Oops, 6 greetings ready to go. So if I were to go like that, check that out. What do you think of that one? That would work. Let's just set that one aside. And actually, I wonder what that would look like. Oh, I can't say as I like that, but I might like it like that. There we go. And this one has lots of teal showing. Look at that. And this one, we can cut down that square. And that one can go on there. And we have Season's Greetings on here. Oh, this one has to go over here because there's brown on there. We're going to need teal on there. All right. I think we have some extra greetings. Maybe after the video, I'll try to use up these bits and pieces and come up with another card with our leftovers, because I've got 2 pieces of early espresso left as well. All right, let's bring this in. I'm going to grab my silicone mat because I'm going to make a mess. I know I am. So let's just contain the mess. Pop that on there. You see how that makes that pop? All right, now I'm just going to visually see where it's going to attach to that flap, and we'll just flip that over and center that kind of top to bottom, side to side, and we'll set that one aside. I'm going to bring this one in. I'm just going to lay that circle there and just put some glue on the back. Just do something like that. And this one, I think we will pop this one up on dimensionals. And that way, where the two pieces join, I can place my dimensionals there. And we have no risk of them falling apart. And just straighten that up, center it, and give it a press. We'll set that one aside. Now let's have a look at this one. I might do this one vertically. I think I will. So we're just going to check out our greeting and run some adhesive that way. Center that tag on the banner. And now we know that the center part of this banner is going to go down that flap. So we only put adhesive on one side. I'm going to use a dimensional there and some Tombow there, and too close to the bottom. There we go. Something like that should do it. Bam! Moving along. Let's do this guy, and I think I'm going to do this guy vertically too. So let's just pop some adhesive, center that on there. Oops, give it a press. And this one I think I'm going to put two dimensionals on. Because we don't want it bending and flopping around. Same thing, only adhesive on one side of the banner. And bam, that one's done. We have one more, my friends. Now this one is not ready, so let's bring in our mini paper trimmer and just pop this in here, and we're just going to kind of eyeball it, make sure it's in there square, and we're just going to slice off what we think we don't want. All right, so that's just going to give that a little bit of a backing. Now, one thing that I do notice, I'm over here looking for my corner rounder, and I don't know what I did with it. There it is. Or here's one. Because these corners are all rounded and fancy, I'm going to do the same thing on this back piece. I think it's going to look better because I think it would look a little out of place if we didn't. No, I did something wrong on this corner. Let's see if I can get that in there better. There we go. Let's see how that really pretties that up. Now, before we put this one together, I want to find a wee bit of ribbon to put in the top there. And I think I am going to use this silver and white sheer ribbon just to add a little wee bit of sparkle. So before I glue these together, if I can hit the hole, I will. All right, need some scissors. Just set that aside. And I think I'm going to get a little bit of linen thread. And tie this together. Maybe. You know how things go. When you're on camera, nothing works. Everything gets messed up. That's usually the way. Anyways, we're going to give it a whirl and try. And I think we're going to be successful with this one. Just need to zhuzh it up a little bit. And cut off this tail. There we go. All right. Now, too many things on the go here. Let's put that down. This side is crooked. That's why I was having troubles. It is not straight, my friends. So we're going to pop that right on that 3-inch mark. And then we're going to find that corner rounder again. And I bet you this is going to look a whole lot better. Look at that. Almost like we knew what we were doing. All right. Let's get some adhesive on there. And pop that in place. Now these tails are a little too long for me. So I'm going to trim those down. And get rid of this garbage. We'll bring our card in. Eyeball it. Adhesive only on one side. We want our card to open. And actually, let's go up just a bit. There we go. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Now, one thing I did not do, and I'm not going to take the time to do it tonight, is put the insides together. Right here is where you would put a white panel so that you can do your message. Now, I will do that after the video. We're just going to concentrate on the outsides for tonight. And I am looking for, do you think I have enough embellishments? I'm looking for my basic rhinestones. I have them. They're just not in the right spot. Well, sir. Oh, there they are. Found them. All right, we are going to pretty this one up with some rhinestones. And I chose the rhinestones because they're silver like the trim here. And I'm going to put them in the center of some of these big snowflakes. Just like that. And that's looking a little bit plain and white, so we'll just add a couple more right there. That one's beautiful, just like that. Just have to put a panel on the inside, and we are golden. There's card number 1. Now, let's bring this one in. This one's, to me, has a little bit more of a masculine feel. Let's see what I can do. You know, I have some. We can make this a little prettier, my friends. I am going to make a bow. I'm bring in my bow maker, and this is the Pretty Peacock and Gold ribbon. I am going to pull in that Pretty Peacock color. And as I'm cutting this, I'm looking to the other side of me, and I think this bow is going to look better on this card. So I'm going to set that one aside. This one has a lot more Pretty Peacock. So I'm going to do this on there. And you're going to laugh at me, but I have got a cajillion, and I mean a cajillion, of these sheets of paper pumpkin glue dots. I shouldn't say paper pumpkins. The kits have them too, some of the kits. And I just have so many of them. It is my mission to use these up before I buy any more glue dots. That's my mission. Can I do it? I don't know, because in my opinion, these ones just aren't as convenient as the glue dots on a roll. That's the basic truth for me, but I need to use these up. So there we have a lovely little gold bow. So we need to have a little gold bling on there. Oh, actually, there are some, these are the Bloomin' Pearls, and there are some, look at this. Look at this, my friends. Isn't that cool? 3, we're going to use 5 on this card. 4, and maybe a small one. Right there. How pretty is that? All right, we'll set that one aside. You see how we just kind of went crazy and took a detour when I had that other card out there? I think I want to leave one kind of masculine. So, I don't know if I have any early espresso, anything, to be honest. I'm looking at my ribbon situation. I could go with pecan, but I find that is a little too much. So I'm just going to use a little piece of linen thread, and I'm just going to make a wee bow. Maybe if I can get myself together here and remember how to do it. And there we go. Come out of there. All right. Pop that out of the way. And I'm just trying to zhuzh this a little. And I'm going to take this bone folder and I'm going to hold the knot, and I'm going to try to make these do what I want them to do. And they're still way too long. So I'll cut those off, hold the knot again, and do the same thing. See if we can tame those down. And I will grab another one of these glue dots, and I'm just going to put it right there. And I'm going to roll it up like a taco, because this thread is very thin, just like so. Now, I don't know if I think I'm just going to leave that one with no bling on this one. This one is going to be a card for a guy, designed masculine, okay? Because there's very little frou-frou on here and snowflakes. That one's done for. Now we have this guy, and I think we can pull in that pretty peacock again. I am going to use that pretty peacock ribbon, and I'm just going to make a little bow. Had I been thinking, I would have put this. Actually, I might be able to get under here. Bear with me. I'm deconstructing my card. All right. Very little damage. All right. I'm going to abandon the bow. Imagine that. And I'm going to take my ribbon, and somewhere I have tape right here. I'm going to go in behind here and tape that and wrap it up and around. Get another little piece of tape and tape that. All right. How sneaky was that one? Let's trim those tails. And now we need to put some more dimensionals in here, because they're not as sticky as they were. All right. And we're just going to straighten this greeting and pop this back in place. Look at that. Cool beans. Now, I am going to use up some of these little guys. I believe. Then we'll put that big guy down here. There we go. That one is all finished up. And that leaves us with one card left and a lone bow that's sitting on the bow maker. So we're going to use it. Once again, these glue dots. What do you think? Easy way to make 5 cards, eh? From one sheet of DSP. I think it's a super cool idea. And only one of them is a regular card. The rest are super easy fun folds. All right. Now, we need some gold bling for this one. Those scissors are not working. There we go. let's get this stuff out of the way. And this stuff out of the way. And I need to find some gold. What do I have? Oh, how about some iridescent foil gems? They have little gold flecks in them. And this time I'm going to put them over here, just to be different. And one more there. There we have it. My friends, we are done. Card number 1. Just imagine that the piece is in there. Card number 2. Our masculine, card number 3. Card number 4. And card number 5. There we have it. 4 fun folds and a regular card, and I have a bunch of bits and pieces to challenge myself to make another card, and then I'll have 6. All right, I hope you guys give this a try. Like I said, I'll put the measurements on my blog post tomorrow. Basically, well, you just watch me do it. So super simple. And I think they're lovely. I'd love to get these cards. And it has kind of a whimsical, old-fashioned feel with this paper. And I like that. All right. Leave me a comment. Send me some hearts. If you don't like them, say that you don't like them. That's okay too. Everybody's opinion matters here. Have a lovely day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye for now.